Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Grey-Bearded Summoner, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today, I thought I would do a general rundown of what I feel are the top 3 units per color in Fire Emblem Heroes. This list is certainly going to be subjective, as I firstly cannot review a unit I don't own, and will be based on my personal opinion. If you disagree, please feel free to say so below. But getting right into it, the first red unit of mention is Legendary Ike. A free-to-play monster. This guy, when you run into this guy, you need to grab him as soon as you can. He is almost essential to most free-to-play maps and will help you even in late-game content. Next up will be my power house red, which this was hard as there are plenty, but it went to a dim. Stat wise, she's one of the strongest members in my red barracks, and her effectiveness against armor makes her invaluable for when armor units show up in game. As a quick aside, I am not into the arena assault, or the Aether Raids. You'll know because if you ever bump into the Grey-Bearded Summoner's Aether Raid field, his castle, you'll notice it's only being guarded by Narsin, and he's unarmed. So, enjoy your free wins. Back to the matter at hand. And finally, artistically, my favorite unit, New Year's Gunther. Her artwork is really, really good, and she was the first Gunther to come home for me. I'll let the artwork speak for itself. But moving on. Some honorable mentions before we go. Very obviously, Black Knight, Masked Marth, my first plus 10 red unit, Summer Tana, and my first red dancer, and still being used to this day, Olivia. Going to blue. First and foremost for utility, and this one is outright personal preference. She's favorited for a reason, my Summer Corn. As mentioned, Summer Corn is my first 5-star pull, and I haven't looked back, and I have no regrets in doing so. I don't have her plus 10 yet, because the Summer Banner only decides to come around once in a while, but no regrets. None. I had Summer Corn before I had Reinhardt. And again, no regrets. Next, for outright power, we go to my mages, Ishtar. One of my strongest nukers, and just one of the characters I found myself drawn to. I liked her story, even though it was tragic. And it's just, she is a strong character. She's a strong character both in game and in her backlog. She followed her heart to the last, and I respect her for that. Even though I hate Julius, and I wish she'd find someone that actually respected her and wasn't using her as a pawn. That aside, that is my powerhouse blue. Maybe not the strongest, but the one I would go to if it isn't Summer Corn. And then finally, we have the artistic winner, Summer Lay Yarn. I apologize in advance if I butcher some of these names, because I am Southern. I'm Southern United States, not Norse. But as with Summer Gunther, I don't feel I need to really say anything. I'm going to let the art speak for itself. Honorable mentions in blue. Very much Fjorm, Brave Hector, Pane, and I'd be begrudged not to mention Reinhardt. Green. Going back up to the top as Performing Arts Azura wins hands down in utility. She has gotten me through the bulk of the content. She's a member of Ike's Angels, which is my main team. And there's been so many situations even when I've been auto battling or when I've been really pushed against a wall, and having a refresher, having a dancer or singer has meant the absolute difference. Not the best IVs, but she's mine, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Next up, Surtur. As villainous as this guy was in the story mode, and as much hatred as I had for him, for raw power in greens, it's not even fair. It's not. Surtur, or Ganondorf as I like to call him, just absolutely decimates. Because even if you try to hit him from a distance, if you're still within 2 spaces, goodbye 20 HP. Most of my really late game content, like the stuff that's released recently, has only been cleared because of this guy. And as much as I don't like him, I respect that kind of power. Finally, art for greens was harder, but then I just went with an old favorite, Adrift Corn. I like the almost toga look, and the glove, the right hand glove, is interesting. And she's smiling. Always a big plus to me. Honorable mentions in green include New Year's Azura, definitely a big game player regarding my Valkyrie's team. She hasn't left. She's been the refresher for it, even over Legendary Azura. New Year's Fjorm, really great art there, along with Dancer Alencia. And Spring Sharina, I feel the need to bring up just for her stalwart being in my Crystal Squad every day, every morning. Finally, colorless. It was hard picking just one for utility. And a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me on this one. But for utility, Lyn. The reason I would debate I am as far as I am is because of Lyn. If I had not had her, I may not have cleared most of the content I have. She, along with Surtur and the rest of the squad, has been essential. The rest of the Ike's Angels has been essential to me clearing this game and its content. Raw power. This is hard in colorless. But then I realize it's also my opinion. And nobody's surprised. It's another Brave unit. Brave Veronica. Firstly, the number of merges I've gotten for her makes her a strong candidate by itself. Also, just the sheer and simple fact, though, that Brave Veronica gives so many buffs when she heals and hits so hard when she attacks, and then debuffs It makes her too strong a character to really pass up. Art wasn't hard. Summer Ursula. Not the best IVs, but again, I'm not in it for her. I'm not in it for her stats. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a guy. Look at this. That is gorgeous. That is a piece of art. And I thought that reason alone, I was like, okay, I need this unit. And I dropped a fair bit of stones into her. Orbs. Honorable mentions. Definitely Bridal Fjorm. I saw this. This was another one. I was like, oh, yeah, you need to come home. I love her voice lines. The artwork is amazing. Her utility of shutting down dancers. I believe also one of the first people to have ground orders, if not the first. Really good stuff. And then I'd be remiss not to mention my plus 10 Kagero. Winter Erica, who's also a part of Surtur's team. And Clarice, thanks for all the feathers. And finally, Fallen Corrin. While I haven't used her to her full extent, she is a devastating unit and can get kind of ridiculous. Well, I've committed to this now, and you've been listening to me talk for the last few minutes. How about we do some summons? I'm just going to do my couple of freebies here on the new power and weekly revival. Let's see, which do I want to do first? I have Lind. I don't have Saber. Don't really want him, if I'm being honest. I would love to fix my IVs on Lind. Sonia's already merged. Either green or blue. Let's go. Ooh, 2 blues. Feeling gutsy. Let's go with green. What do we got? Even some smoke. Ooh, 3-star. Ouch. Hello, Cecilia. I already have you at plus 10. But thanks for coming anyway. Pulling out of that one. Again, this is not going to be a long summoning session, but figured I'd give you all a little taste of what's to come. Would love to... Come on, Carlos. Come on. Yes! Okay. There's a chance. There's a chance. Come on, Lynn. Come home. Come on, girl. Come on. At least give me hope. Give me hope. Smoke, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, Priscilla. I already have you at plus 10 as well. Hilarious. I pulled both units. I already have plus 10. Well, hope you had fun with my opinion of my top 3s and a brief stroll through my barracks. Until next time, see you on the battlefield.